Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are in what I believe to be the final episode of Prussia Ascendant. We are trying to dismantle the papacy, and in order to do that, we need this last duchy here, the Duchy of Apulia. Now the plan was to take this when our truce was up in 2 years, or in 13 months actually, and then take over the Pope's papacy over here. And while he was guaranteed unlanded, to go ahead and dismantle the papacy. However, our vassal unlanded the Pope. That's a wrinkle. Because while we're taking this last territory, Jerusalem is Catholic, and they could grant the papacy territory. We're going to hope they don't. In fact, I'm going to make a save here to ensure that they don't. Actually, this doesn't ensure anything. But I'm going to make a save here nevertheless. And I don't know why I even said that would ensure anything. It does literally nothing, but I suppose it creates a chance for us to save scum. Not like we're probably going to do that. We'd probably just invade Jerusalem, or more specifically, we'd probably just invade the papacy. So I think it's fine. The question is, do we wait for this truce to run up? It's 13 months. I think we do. I think it's too risky. Because it's going to take us some time. We need to not just conquer this territory, right? We need to get the war score. That'll take time, and that's time that people could absolutely hop into factions during. With that minus 50 general opinion. So we're keeping an eye on the Pope. And waiting for this war to be declarable. In the meantime, we're banking up cash for this war. If we have to, we'll fight the papacy again after this war. I wonder if we'll have CDs if they're down here. Hopefully we just won't have to deal with it. That is the ideal scenario. We can lawfully imprison this mayor, and that's something that we'll do. I'm a little mad at the Queen of Italy, I'll be honest. I'm a little bit mad. She stole our thunder, and now we're in a kind of bad situation. Like, it's not a terrible situation, right? It's just, we want to make sure that Jerusalem doesn't create a new papacy. And they've got a lot of little areas over here that would be very, very difficult for us to actually get to. He's allied internally. We don't care about that. 8 more months. 8 more months. So far, no sign of Jerusalem re-landing the Pope. As far as I know, they are the only remaining Catholic nation. I don't see any Catholicism out here. How about up in Europe? No. There's none. So it's only Jerusalem. Okay, we took a level of stress. That's unfortunate. We'll become reclusive. That'll be fine. That means we cannot go to feasts anymore. Excellent. That doesn't really matter, though, because we only need 6 more months to pass. That's all we need at this point, is 6 months. And we're just hoping that Jerusalem doesn't mess this up for us. Unfortunately, the Queen of Italy definitely did mess with our plans there. I didn't even notice it happening. Otherwise, I might have, like, demanded her to make peace. So this is 10 September. Okay. I will not attend the feast. We'll just lose the stress. We are now reclusive, so we're just going to chill. And conquer some land from some Byzantines. You know, as you do as a recluse. So far, Jerusalem hasn't re-landed the Pope. Yeah, I don't actually care about this. The game's basically over. It is a very awkward scenario, but I don't care. Okay, it's currently the 15th of June. We only have a couple more months to wait here. Jerusalem, please don't mess this up for us. If they do, that might make this game a lot longer. Like, a lot longer. We'd have to push all the way through the Byzantines to just get CBs down here, probably. If that happens, we may have to admit failure. Because my modification ends the game in 1600, so there's that. But I wouldn't mind this being over this episode. Like, I feel like we accomplished a lot and learned even more. It's currently September. We're waiting for the 10th. It's the 10th. Okay. Our truce is still here. Now it's the 11th. Our truce should be gone. Yes. We're going to do a holy war for duchy, and that is going to be the Duchy of Apulia. And this will cost us devotion. We don't care. Men-at-arms. In. Non-men-at-arms. Start raising. How many do we need? About 80k. Should be sufficient. That said, we don't really care about going into debt because this is the end. So I'm just going to raise up everybody. Excellent. No sign of any Byzantines yet. I'm sure they'll get here. We're still attacking this guy. I'm not bothering with any assaults currently. I feel like assaults are far stronger in CK2 than they are in CK3. They're more of a desperation thing in CK3, I think. We do need a new Chancellor, and we'll put the King of Aquitaine in. Excellent. Betrothed can marry? Sure, I don't care. Whatever. Jerusalem, have you messed us up yet? No. No, they have not yet. Good. They probably will. Okay. Here comes these guys. We're going to go ahead and just... Actually, we're not going to split this force in half. We're just going to station besiegers and send these guys on in. No, we're not going to split this in half either. We're going to group this, and in we come. We want these battles to be won. Okay. This should be no problem whatsoever. Even though their troop quality is slightly better, especially now that our men-at-arms are there, we should have no problem wiping these guys off the face of the earth. Excellent. They're retreating over this way. I'm guessing they're going to retreat down here. We'll see. These guys can siege here in Bari so that we can get some ticking war score. I was correct on where they're retreating to. Excellent. That last battle was 20% war score. We can get a total of 50 here with this type of CB. So this will probably get us another 18 or so, is my guess. That got us 12. Okay. That's not ideal, to be sure. Where are they retreating to? You're going to retreat straight through our siege. Awkward. I have no idea where they're retreating to right now. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to group this up, and I'm not going to station besiegers. I'm going to do this manually with our bombards, and once again, around 10k levies. That'll be more than enough. And then our other force, I guess we'll try to chase these down. Are they, like, seriously retreating all the way over here? Or are they just going to here? I have seen them retreat to occupied territory before. Yeah, that's where they're going. Okay. That's completely fine. These guys are going to head down to this barony. We're at 57% war score right now. We're going to come in and attack these guys. This is probably a stack wipe. Yes. Yes, it is a stack wipe. We're going to pursue these armies. Wonderful. This is another stack wipe. We don't care about this pregnancy. Like, it's completely irrelevant. This is probably not a stack wipe, is my guess. It might be. Yeah, it actually was a stack wipe. Fantastic. We'll just send our levies home then. Okay, we're at 75%. We're maxed from battles for right now. This guy currently has 5,000 troops, so we don't need any more than what we have here. Wonderful, and we're not going to go into debt here. The siege will finish right now. And I guess we may as well head on over and continue sieging for some extra war score. Now we have ticking war score, so it will be not very long. Let's check Jerusalem and see if they made a papacy. They have not. So far, so good. You know what? Let's just go siege Constantinople instead. We may as well. No reason to siege just random crap when we could go all the way to their capital in not that much more time, honestly. So up we go. Fantastic. We're gaining levels of fame. Sure. That is a pretty big force, all things considered. I wonder if we can actually beat that. They should be pretty much pure levies, right? And they'll be recently disembarked. They do have numbers on us. We'll grab War Profiteer. But even if we lose this battle, what do we care? I mean, yeah, we are going to lose this. That is apparently a thing that is going to happen. I'm not sure where he got these troops from. Just some levy reinforces, I guess. Okay. We'll retreat from here as soon as we can. There we go. Excellent. We're 90% war score, and this battle didn't actually cost us any war score because we're above our score cap. So that's fine. We'll just wait for that extra 10 ticks of the ticking war score. Sounds good. Or, you know, we'll siege up here or something. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what our war score is like when these guys get to our territory. We have a new heir, not that we care. Excellent. I don't know where these guys are going to land. Probably over here, honestly. But we can raise up our men-at-arms and deal with them. And I think we'll just turn right on around and head into this barony and siege this. Okay. Get out of that independence faction. I really don't care whether they're in that independence faction or not. He's up to 40k. He's gotten some good reinforced ticks. But once again, I don't think it's relevant. We're at 95% war score here right now. We've got a max of 2 months on this particular siege. We're at 96 now. And I wonder if completing... Actually, I don't know if CK3 has a feature like that. And I might have to restart the game by changing the... I might have to change the end date back and then have the game end. It'd be kind of awkward. But I was wondering if there was a replay, like in other games, where you can see a sped-up version of how you started and your progress over time. Regardless... We're going to enforce this demand. Fantastic. And at this point, I believe we can dismantle the papacy. We will be able to permanently expunge the Catholic heathens from this world. The Pope will convert to vitalism. I like it. Let the Vatican burn. After centuries being belittled and deceived by their missionaries, the followers of Dievas have finally taken their revenge upon the followers of the Christ God. The heartland of their faith has been conquered with the favor of our gods. Their churches have been pillaged, their priests stripped of all power and dignity. Thanks to my glorious invasion, I've rid the world of this cowardly religion and avenged the dishonor brought upon our lands and ancestors by their trickery. In the face of our undeniable religious supremacy, ex-Pope Sylvester has even publicly recanted the Catholic faith and converted to vitalism. Their dead god could not protect them after all. Wonderful. And with that, that is the end of Prussia Ascendant. Now, I'm kind of interested in... Let's go in here. I don't see a way to resign the way that you could in CK2. That's a little bit unfortunate. I'm going to create a save here, and we've got a few minutes left in this episode. So I'm going to try to do something a little bit cheesy here. And specifically by cheesy, I mean I'm going to exit the game, and I'm going to fire up the game files here. And actually, I'm just going to verify the integrity of the game files to get that single file that I changed back to its default. And then I just want to see what happens if we resume the game after the end date. The validation is currently 80% done, and in fact, there's no reason why I'm not on display capture. May as well be. So this will nice and easily get that back. Yep, one file failed to validate. That was exactly what we expected. And we'll fire CK3 back up, and we will resume. In theory, once we tick, I believe 1 day tick will likely cause the end of the game. But I have no idea if it's an equal then, or greater than or equal than check. We're about to find out. There we go. The end. The end date of the game has been reached. For centuries, you have followed the dynasty of Wilkes, and it has grown into a dynasty of legendary prestige, respected by all. Fantastic. So, I'm just wondering, show successor, show lineage. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have a replay, unlike CK2 or EU4. That's a little bit unfortunate. But there we go. That is the end of Prussia Ascendant. Now, if you haven't seen it, I do currently have a poll up in my community tab about what we are going to do next. I've not fully decided yet, although by the time I'm recording this, I haven't fully decided. Although likely by the time you see this, I will have. So that's a little bit awkward. Regardless, you can still respond to the poll, and if you have any particularly interesting ideas, they may be a later playthrough, although it may not be the next one. For now, though, you can always leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.